Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined by Stiffy B.
What up?
I'm the Dirtbag, and today's show is brought to you by J3 Supply Group for your hose and fitting specialist. And we also need a shout out to Big Rob's Pizza, Joey.
What up, Joe?
Yo, get that hip going, buddy. Just got hip replacement surgery. And My Place Sports Bar and Grill, OC Boardroom, Heather.
Thanks,
Thank you
Heather.
so much.
Thank you.
And Selman Chevrolet, Larry Beavers for your car needs. Anytime you need a Chevy or a truck, drop Stiffy B or the Dirtbag, and you're going to save a lot of money. Let's get right into it. On this show, we're going to talk to MLB and the nice, awesome race coming up with these wild cards. They're tight, man, especially with the Dodger division. With the Padres and the Diamondbacks are coming.
Yeah, this wild card race is insane. The just real quick on the American League, there is 5 teams that are separated basically by 5.5 games, with 11 or 12 left to play, depending on what their record is. And then on the flip side, on the National League, with again 11, 12 games to play, there's about 6 teams within 8 games of each other.
Wow.
It's going to be insane. This weekend's going to be super fun. And obviously there's a few teams like the Angels that have already been eliminated, so we don't have to worry about them.
Yeah. How about that series going on? Angels, White Sox.
Just brutal.
White Sox going for 120 losses to become the worst team ever.
It's just bad baseball. You know, it really is. But here's what I'm looking for as far as bets, and I do need to preface it this way. If one of these teams clinch a playoff spot or clinch their division, then they're going to start resting guys. So make sure you pay attention to that. This weekend, I really like Detroit at Baltimore. Baltimore needs to win because they've got to stay.
Yes.
I think they're a couple games back of the Yankees.
Yep.
Which brings me to the Yankees. The Yankees are at Oakland. They need to win. So both those teams need to win. They need to either secure their division or the best record in baseball.
Yeah.
The other one that I like is the Chicago White Sox are at San Diego. San Diego's trying to keep up with the Dodgers. They're a couple games back.
Sweep.
Correct. I agree. And then Colorado is at the Dodgers this weekend.
Oh, sweep.
So those games are going to be huge. I would bet the favorites. The money lines are going to be insane because the teams are really good versus really bad. So what I would suggest doing is round robining the money lines. That way you have less exposure. Because the last thing you want to do is lose 3 units to win 1 when you could just have, 2 people going as a 2-team parlay.
Right.
So, anyways, wild card race
nice.
is going to be insane. So enjoy some awesome baseball before the postseason. I mean, these last 2 weeks is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think there's only about 13 to 14 games left, and we got the Ohtani watch for the 50-50.
Yep.
Obviously, Judge is going for 60 homers again.
That guy is insane.
Yeah, it's he's basically wrapped up the AL MVP. Ohtani's got the NL MVP, so those races are basically over unless an injury were to happen. But even if an injury happened, there's only 13 games left. I think they got locked up. So with that being said, let's move on to Ncaa football.
This weekend's another great weekend.
Another great weekend. We got a lot of good games. I'm going to start off with we got Illinois at Nebraska. I think Nebraska's back. They got Raiola, the new quarterback, freshman quarterback that's leading them. They're looking pretty good. So maybe Big Red is finally back in the mix.
7.5-point favorites in that game. You like that?
Yeah, I like Nebraska at home against Illinois. I don't think Illinois is very good this year.
Okay.
So I'm taking Nebraska at home. They've been looking strong. Next game I got NC State at Clemson. Clemson rebounded pretty big last weekend, winning big. They're looking good. NC State not looking good to me. They're not. They didn't play well at home, and I think they're on the road at Clemson. I think Clemson holds
covers at 20.5.
Ah, damn!
That's a lot.
I did not know it was that.
That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points. Now you got me flopping on this one. I'm thinking NC State plus 20.5.
Why don't we just take the over 46.5?
Let's do that. Let's move
have
on.
some scoring.
All right, next one. USC only minus 5.5 at Michigan.
I love
Michigan is overrated because
Completely.
they won the title last year. They only have 6 returning players. Their quarterback is not that good. The coaching staff is, pretty much rehauled since Harbaugh left. I like USC. I think they're playing good enough on defense, and their offense can score. So I think USC wins easily at Michigan for the first time of them visiting the Big House.
Yeah, 5.5. I think they cover that very easily.
Fight on. I know I'm a little biased on that one. Oh, let's switch right to the UCLA game. Ooh, this is going to be a bloodbath.
This is my number one game.
LSU
This is my number one pick for the weekend.
24, and they are going to cover easily.
Easily. If Indiana kicked the crap out of UCLA, what do you think LSU is going to do?
And and LSU and Brian Kelly are looking to put one on somebody to get back in the rankings and get a little pride going. And I think UCLA is the perfect recipe. They are going to crush them.
I also like the under 56.5 in this game. I don't think UCLA scores very many points. We talked in 2-minute segments on our Instagram page. I like the correlation of taking a 7.6 or 7-point teaser, moving it to -18 for LSU to cover, and then moving it up to 62, 63 points.
I think that's a lock. Them to cover the 18 and to be under 63.
Yeah.
Because I don't think UCLA is going to be scoring very much.
Me either.
They might get a couple field goals.
And I'm a UCLA fan, so there you go.
Oh man, you're going to have to take it all season long.
We're so bad.
Just like you lost in fantasy to me last week.
Next.
All right, let's move on. Arkansas at Auburn. Auburn is not very good. They lost at home to Cal. They are struggling. Arkansas has that little weasel Patino back running the offense, and I think Arkansas goes into Auburn and covers the spread and beats them.
Okay.
They should have. Last week Arkansas looked good against Oklahoma State, and they let them back in. They were up by 10 on the road, and they were looking good until the very end, and Oklahoma State came and squeaked one out. But I think Arkansas comes back and redeems himself. All right, next game. Arizona State at Texas Tech. Texas Tech got absolutely obliterated by Washington State. And Arizona State barely went to Texas State, San Marcos, Texas. I don't even know. But they barely won that game. But Arizona State's running back, this Scatabo, have you seen this kid?
No, I did not.
This guy is a bruiser, man. He is running like Taysom Hill. He is running all over peeps. I like ASU to go into Texas Tech and win that game.
Okay.
And then I got 2 more. Utah at Oklahoma State.
I have this one as well.
Now
I love this from a gambling perspective.
All right, what do you got?
I love the over 54.5 points. I know that Utah can put up a ton of points. I know Oklahoma State can put up a ton of points. And I know Oklahoma State doesn't play any defense. So
yeah. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing because I don't know if you know, Cameron Rising is out. So Utah's been going with their backup, and they kind of struggled a little bit against Utah State. I agree with you on the points. I still think Utah will score, but I think Oklahoma State will outscore them. So I'm going Oklahoma State in the over against Utah.
I love the over.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, and last one. Tennessee at Oklahoma. The sophomore quarterback sensation out of Warren High School in Downey, right down the street. This guy's tearing it up. Tennessee's looking good. Oklahoma looked a little slow against Tulane, but they ended up walking away with a win last week. I think Tennessee goes into Oklahoma and wins.
Okay. I like that. The line's 7 right now, Tennessee. Obviously, that's a crooked number. I'd buy the half point, get it to 6.5, just so that I can win by a touchdown, but that's just me.
Okay.
The other 2 games that I like, besides UCLA getting their asses beat, USC winning,
God, this is going to be a good year.
And the over in the Oklahoma State is
can't get the smile off my face.
Louisiana Monroe at Texas. The line is -44.5.
Louisiana Monroe Indians.
Texas is going to kick the crap out of these guys.
Oh, hey, Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Ewers went down and got hurt. I don't know if you saw this, Stiffy B.
I did not.
Ewers was pretty much a Heisman favorite.
Right.
And he has gone down, and it has opened the floodgates for Arch Manning, who threw 5 touchdown passes and 243 yards in his first
Debut.
basically
Yeah.
debut coming in for Ewers, has now vaulted from like 50 to 1 to win the Heisman to 16 to 1.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he
After
has,
one game?
After one game, he has,
Jesus.
because they think Ewers might be out for a longer period of time because it's an oblique injury, so he's not going to be able to throw the ball for at least 4 to 6 games. So Arch Manning, here we go, the nephew of Eli and Peyton, is going to be on display for #1 Texas, and I agree with you. They're going to put it on the Indians. By the way, why are they allowed to be called the Indians still?
Well, we call the Cleveland Indians the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah,
I don't know. We don't call them the potatoes, just like the Washington Redskins.
No, we're not going to call them Galaxy of the Guardians.
Yeah, we don't. We're not.
Guardians of the
We're not
Galaxy.
soft here at HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. That's for sure.
That's why it's unfiltered.
My last game, and I've been going with this 3 weeks in a row.
Okay.
San Jose State plus 12 at Washington State. I also like the over 55.5 in this game.
Okay, I got to disagree with you on this one. Washington State, I've been watching them. This quarterback is amazing, and I do like San Jose State, but they did not look that great against Kenneth.
Well, right now
Who they play?
I'm
Kennesaw.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah, Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
And they kind of struggled.
They struggled until the second half, then they blew the doors wide open.
Okay. I'm taking Washington State in this one. This is the one where we're gonna have to put a drink on it.
Okay. I'm down with that.
You got
And
San
I
Jose-
also we'll do 2 drinks. We'll do one for the plus 12, and we'll do the other one over 55.5.
Okay.
Because I think both teams are going to score some points.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, I'm 3-0 this season on them, so why not keep riding the train, baby?
You are hot when it comes to betting. You got to listen to Stiffy B when he gives you his takes on MLB and doing the teas. Teas, you're going to get less money, but you're going to win and have a happy weekend.
Yeah.
And
Although this weekend was a little tough in NFL. You want to discuss that real quick?
Dude, I'm in the suicide league, and I'll tell you what, there's 450 people, and after 2 weeks, thank God I'm still alive, and there's only 53 left.
That's insane.
That
So
is-
everybody was on Cincinnati week
Cincinnati
1,
first
and
week.
then week 2 was probably Baltimore and
Dallas, San Francisco, and the Eagles, and Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of them went down. I somehow took the Texans. I didn't think Caleb Williams, rookie, was going to win on Sunday night going to Houston, who, by the way, Houston Texans are my favorite to make it to the Super Bowl from the AFC. I'm just not. The Bengals are down, even though they look good against the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs are vulnerable this year. I don't think they're going to three-peat. I think the Houston Texans are young and ready and hungry.
Well, last week I went 4-2 on the teasers that I gave our audience here. So, what do you like this weekend? Do you like anything specifically? I like 3 very, very easy choices as far as games are concerned for me.
All right, let me hear them.
I like teasing again, 7-point teasers, 6 7-point teasers, however you want to do it. Denver at Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay as a pick'em.
Yeah, Mayfield, Baker.
Yeah,
Dude,
playing great football.
Cleveland, you gave away Baker Mayfield, and now you have Deshaun Watson and all his problems and $224 million.
And based on everything I've heard out of the Tampa Bay camp, they absolutely love Baker. He's a good clubhouse guy.
Yeah.
All the players play hard for him. I think
Great teammate.
he's kind of matured as well. So maybe that's part of the reason. But it seems like he's found Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
He's not trying to be anybody that he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's putting the ball on the mark. These receivers, Evans, Godwin, they're moving the ball. Tampa Bay is going to be the surprise team in the NFC.
Yeah. So I liked him as a pick'em. This one gets a little dicey, and the only reason it gets dicey is because I'm literally 16 and 189 losses on Cleveland sports. But I really like the New York Giants at Cleveland. Again, it's a pick'em. It's a pick'em if you do it correctly on the teaser.
Jones.
I just don't. I've watched enough New York Giants football to see that they're just god awful.
They are garbage.
Just god awful.
Giants are so bad.
So I'll take Cleveland as a pick'em. It's going to be a very ugly game. I could see it being like a 6-3 ball game because both teams just suck. But I think Cleveland's a little bit better in the skill positions that they need to be, and their defense is far better than the Giants. So my third and final game is Carolina at Las Vegas. Just pick on Carolina. They're freaking brutal.
Dude, Bryce Young got benched.
I think they'll be better with Andy Dalton only because he's a veteran and read defenses, I think, a lot better than Bryce Young.
Yeah.
But I last week, Bryce Young was in the 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he was literally, I think he had like 48 yards of passing.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. I feel bad for. He's too small.
So those 3 games, I like that. Tampa Bay is a pick'em, Cleveland is a pick'em, Las Vegas is a pick'em in a 7-point teaser, 6.5, 7-point teaser, whatever you guys have out there with your bookie.
Okay, and I have this as the game of the week. I just was talking about the Houston Texans. They are a 2.5-point favorite at the Minnesota Vikings. I like what Sam Darnold's doing. Yeah, I sound like a homer, USC, but he's finally on a team that has players around him. Hopefully Justin Jefferson is healthy.
I think that's why the line's 2.5 in favor of Houston, because that news hasn't come out yet. So
yeah, that's a quad injury. He's like day to day, but knowing him, he'll probably suit up and go for it. But I like Houston.
Get your points in early now before that news comes out. Because if that news comes out and it's in favor of Minnesota, that line's going to shoot the other direction fast.
I think Houston goes in and covers the 2.5. I think they at least win by 3. Sam Darnold's going to go against a tough Houston Texan defense. Ask Caleb Williams; he just dealt with it. That kid was on the run the whole time Sunday night against the Houston Texans defense. They bring it.
How about New Orleans? They look great.
Man.
Derek Carr looks excellent.
Derek Carr was not the problem with the Raiders. The Raiders get rid of their all-time leading quarterback. Yeah, they get rid of their quarterback, and he's an all-time leader in every category, and he's still in his prime. I don't know why they blamed him for all their problems, and he's showing it. He's proven that he's worth the $34 million a year or whatever he's getting with.
They've got the
Saints.
Eagles this weekend.
Well, the Eagles,
but they're in New Orleans.
Without A.J. Brown, the Eagles are struggling. So, I think the Saints keep going.
All right. Hey, like and subscribe.
Yep.
Follow us on YouTube.
Subscribe. Help us raise this podcast and
let's
take
make
it
some
to
money.
higher places.
Let's make some money this weekend.
Bang.